All right, so when I got to the beach shack, I realized my phone is completely dead. So I had to charge it. Now, I'm not gonna. I didn't want to just fucking sit at the house the entire time. So that's that. Yeah, it happened. So like, it's being in the moment. So it was charging, and I decided, you know what? Let me get my workout in. So I went down to the beach. I did cardio, strength training, and went for a swim. And literally, there was high tide everywhere. I had to walk a long way to find like a piece of sand in the beach that the high tide has not submerged in order to work out. But even that, high tide will come in on and off. But I kept like working out, and then when high tide comes in, I just stop, and then the water comes back, and then I go back to it again. But got it done. Cardio, strength training, went for a swim. Now I feel good as fuck. Now I'm gonna pick up my backpack and go for that hike all the way to Marina from the beach shack on the shoreline. So that's next. But we're gonna go get coffee from the homie down the street by the surf school. That's the first pit stop. All right, see you there. You know, I just ran into the coffee shop guy. I just ran into him now, and he actually closed. I ran into him on top of this hill. He's usually at the bottom, but I found him. He already has his back. He had his backpack on and was opening his car. But yeah, no worries. There's still coffee on the beach. But I don't know why I started fucking talking like that. This lady passed by with her car. She looked kind of intimidating, right? And then I went into this, I don't know, this fucking mode, man. Anyway, so what's next? So what's next is a beach hike along the shoreline. Now, getting right in front here, like going down to the beach, is impossible. The only shoreline available there is some rocks for your ass. That's what's available. It's not walkable, you know. But to the right, there's gonna be eventually an entry point. Actually, no, not barely. A little bit of sand, and then next, it's gonna be next to that Jack Beach residence, which the rocks start there. Now, I am going as usual, barefooted, but in case there's some fucking monster terrain, rocky terrain, I do have my sandals in my backpack. But the first thing we gotta do is get a nice ass espresso to freshen up. So yeah, this is the guy here. This is his stand. He's closed. You know? These dogs, man, they tried to get me at night. Like one time before they knew me, they went at it. This dude right here, and there's another one. Usually he's behind here. Yeah, he's not around. So, yeah, we need some coffee. So that's next. You know, conditions are fucking crazy out there, man. There wasn't any surfers for like almost the past week. The current is extreme. Like, unsurfable. You have no fucking control. You get caught in that current and then get slammed down there on those rocks, it's over. Fucking over. It happened to me last year. Shit. I ain't gonna repeat that shit again. But you know, there's a good spot to film down there by the surf school. I can just deposit my phone, have the coffee, and then talk from there. There's a nice high tide behind me too, you know. I'm gonna go back to that spot, but first I'm gonna get some coffee. So there's many guys that have these cars here, you know, on the kiosk. Some of them have a standing one, like the guy we just saw, but then the other ones just kind of have a car, and then they have coffee at the back of it, like the coffee machine and everything, right? Like this car right here, for example. Hopefully this guy is active. Yeah, he's standing there. So yeah, we're about to get some coffee. خويا صباح وهذا صوح منور له بلا سكر وديريكت من القطره الاولى ما تضحيتش القطره يعني. Yeah, so he's gonna hook us up with a nice espresso. Of course, no sugar. I'm fasting for about, it's probably gonna be close to 18 hours by the time this whole thing is done. Feeling great. Now remember, this morning I was about to hit up some simma and harsha and tea in the morning. That would have given me a totally different energy than what I'm currently having right now. I also feeling the high of the workout kicking in, feeling my muscles feeling great. My breathing has eased. I'm relaxed. It's beautiful out here. About to enjoy this espresso by the surf spot. That's the best place. And yeah, go on this hike. Huh? لا خليها تطلع شي شوية. Yeah, he was asking me, do I want it like Italian style, like super short? But,
like this?
yes, like that. Thank you. No water. I got water.
Without
شحال خويا؟
orange water.
ستة خويا ياك. Okay, I gotta deposit the phone. Get change in my backpack. Actually, don't have to change. I have 100 bill. I don't think he's gonna be too excited about that. I got for him. Yeah, he was cool about it. Deal. So it was 6 Ds. So basically 60 cents. I've been here forever, but you know, I'm still comparing shit to dollars. Always. Thank you. So I'm still comparing everything to dollars. Because that's the global thing, dollars, right? That's how you get a global measure. وين شغطة الله يخليك؟ ها؟ شغطة.
لا وين؟
ما كاينش ها؟ لا ها؟ صافي ما كاينش مشكل. Yeah, so you gotta always think in dollars. Because a geographically independent job or income has to be looked at in dollars. Like your geographical independence is not that independent when it comes to the places that you can't afford to go to, right? And that's kind of globally, right? Yeah, so the more you can afford, the more, kind of on a tangent here, I lost my thought. But I'm gonna go down to where I can film by the surf school. There's some people there. Anyway, so that's it. The pit stop is just to get this coffee in my system and to start the hike. That's basically it, right? And then, well, there are some people here. So I'm gonna. Actually, just right over here. Right? There you go. Well, you know what? This is movable. That's good. So you're gonna move this. There it is. So that's it. Now I don't have to bother these people here. And then yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy this coffee. I'm gonna spark up a joint, and then the next pit stop is taking this walk. I don't think a walk is gonna be doable, man. There's an insane high tide in front of me. Actually, it caused people here to move, right? So, yo, there's a mad tide out there, you know? So yeah, I keep thinking that it's not giving me the angle, but it is. It is giving me the angle. That's crazy high tide. Yo, I can't forget these rocks, you know? I mean, last year, I almost died on one of these rocks, man. Yep, it finally did it. It's all the way out here. Yeah, I gotta get a better angle, man. I really do. So this thing. Hold on. Let me move it. And then there it is. Right? There it is. That's a fucked up angle as well. How about this? Oh, there it is. Okay. That's better. But that's it. This pit stop is drinking this coffee, enjoying this warm sun. It is the end of October. It's the fall. The sun is still at a great temperature. I'm really looking forward to this season. I literally moved to the beach shack in the winter time. Now, how fucking crazy is that? That is the best fucking season for waves out here. For waves in most places, winter. So winter is coming. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope as fuck. Like sometimes I can't even believe. Not sometimes, like most of the time, I can't believe I'm doing this shit. I really can't, you know? All that time in California. All that time in fucking LA. Venice. Been in Venice for fucking 18 years, bro. And I never done this shit. I could have done it, right? But then I was in a different mental zone. Look, I love Venice. Venice is my favorite fucking place in the entire world. Like literally my favorite fucking place. But I rarely surf it. I've lived on Venice a few times, like boardwalk, like right on the shoreline. Not the shoreline, but the sand. But I never lived the beach life. Now I'm doing it. Got my own fucking beach shack. And the emphasis is on shack. That was the objective, to get a shack. And that's where I'm gonna stay at. No matter how much money I make. The beach shack could be different. It doesn't have to be here. It could be anywhere in the world. But it's gonna be a beach shack. That's the point. So right, I gotta get this walk started. First, I gotta find a place to piss. Right? And for those of you who think that's insensitive, you piss too. Yo, the way the sun feels on my body. Wow, I can't tell you. It's this special heat. Especially that it's October. Like, it's not hot at all. I mean, it's sunny. There was spurts of the day that it was a bit hot, but right now it's just warm. And I'm still feeling the breeze and the cold from the swim I had earlier. Plus my shorts are still like kind of half wet, which is like the best spot to be in. Like that, my hair still has some water in it, and then the sun is just hitting all of me, right? And it feels fucking great. It feels great, like connecting with the elements. There's nothing like it. Connecting with the elements. Some deep shit, you know? Sorry. Some absolutely deep shit. And then my feet constantly registering and collecting ground data and getting more intelligent by the second. I know some of you are like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like data to the feet. But that's literally what it is. Like the ground I'm walking on right now, I can feel every bit of it. Like it's right on my foot. There's no obstruction. I'm not wearing a shoe. And my foot is adapting as we speak to the ground I'm walking on. And developing muscle memory. And it gets you to the point where you're just walking on it and you forget the fact that you're walking barefooted, and it just becomes naturally connected with the ground. And that's something I fucking love, and it's one of my favorite things about living on the beach. Not only living on the beach, having the attitude, being willing to actually walk barefooted. No one does this shit, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta take a piss. It's the little things, you know? The freedom to be able to just take a piss. Plenty of accessible spots to just take a piss. You can't do that in the city, right? Think about it. You're in a city right now, you need to take a piss. You gotta go into a coffee shop, a restaurant, right? Somewhere, ask someone to use the restroom. When you're out in the wild, you just take a piss. When you need to take a piss and where you need to take a piss. It's just that simple. Right? It's the little things. The little things, you know? So after that piss is taken care of, now we're on the walk. But currently right now I'm on the boardwalk. Right? The beach is down there, but there's no like walkable area. Yeah, there's no walkable area. What there is, what I mean by walkable area, there's no sand. Which I said earlier, is probably not going to be any sand anyway, because the entire beach is high tide. But there is only, at the beginning of it, at the beginning of the beach, there's what I'm calling right now the weakest spot of the beach. So it's a beach that high tide basically, it's impossible for high tide to completely submerge it, right? Because it just can't. And I'm gonna show you this place, and this is where we're gonna start this walk, right? So we're walking down the stairs. There's also a surf school back there. That's another one. This surf school particularly, there's a guy I personally call Laird, after Laird Hamilton. This guy paddle surfs, you know. He surfs as well. He's one of the old timers here, skilled as fuck. But he's always like using the paddle, and you can see the lineup, about 40, 50 guys, and you can always spot him because he's the only one standing up, you know. And yeah, and he always has like an edge over everybody else. Like last time, for example, the conditions were fucking amazing, and there was about like over 100 surfers in the water. And I saw him when he first got in, right? When he got to the lineup, I thought, so he gets to the lineup and then goes further than everybody, right? You could see him like all the way out there to where the wave could start. But then if a regular surfer was out there and he didn't have the paddle, he was not using the paddle, he wouldn't be able to catch the wave from that far back. But he was, and I literally saw that he was going to catch the wave before the entire lineup, and then come like right in it in front of them. And that's exactly what happened. He was all the way out there, caught the wave, and then he had about, I would say at least like a 30, 40 feet sort of advantage on where everybody was lined up, and caught the wave and just ripped that shit all the way to the shore, and he actually got out. That was a sick moment that I actually captured. So like I said, so this is not walkable, everything down there. So earlier this is what I worked out, but it was slightly better because, like as you see, it goes low a bit, so it leaves you a surface of sand, but right currently there is nothing. So we're gonna have to keep walking, and we're not gonna be able to go through this way. We're gonna have to go back upstairs and then back. So the first obstacle that's coming along is this residential condominium community. It's called Jack Beach. Apparently there was like literally a mansion by this French guy that settled in Morocco like way back. This is probably like, I'm talking like 60, 70 years ago type of shit. Like this guy, he was loaded, came out here, and set up, built this mansion on the beach, and his name was Jack. So they called this beach after him. I always thought, so this beach is called Dar Bouazza for the locals, and then just this part right here is called Jack Beach, like the beach part. And I always thought that it was the surfers that called it that, but turns out there was this French guy who lived here forever ago, and that was his mansion. Now it's turned into apartment buildings, like high, I want to say high class, but that's not how you say it, you know, like, but expensive ass apartments, you know what I mean, on the beach. That's basically what it is. So there's another surf school here. This dude is really cool as fuck, you know. And yeah, we can actually go down from here. This guy's one of the Moroccan champions, and he has his surf school here. But you know, winter time, it's super slow season. Like, not many people come here. I have another friend of mine. Who has a surf school, and then in the winter, he actually goes to Agadir, you know, and to Tarazout. Tarazout is popping. It's popping. Like, there's people from all over the world that go surf there, you know. Yeah, so this is the surf school right here. It's called the School of Surf, and that's in French. It's affiliated with the Royal Moroccan Association or Federation of Surfing, you know. This is a really cool spot, you know. He has this thing like concreted up, set up nice for people, you know. He has lockers in there. But there's no clients now. I mean, it's winter time. There's only locals out here, you know. And then, so next over is the first obstacle, which is this apartment complex that's coming up here, or this condominiums on the beach, or whatever you want to call them. The beach is down there. Now, we don't know. We may find an exit. We may not. Okay, so I can't go that way because there's a security guard that goes directly into the property. Let's actually go further so you guys can see this. But what's interesting, there's a surf school that got an apartment here. There's a surf school that got an apartment here. And yeah, so yeah, they got an apartment here, and then they would just bring the students down from there, down there, and then you know, do the classes. I have low battery. I think I'm gonna cut it here, but the objective is to go all the way, use the shoreline all the way to Marina. I don't know if that's gonna be possible or not, but we're literally coming up on high tide right here. And actually, I do not think this is doable, guys. It literally isn't, because there's nowhere to walk. You see that? All those rocks that are in front of me are touched by high tide, right? Or are they? We're actually gonna proceed. Anyway, also the battery is low, so I'll let you know how. Yo, to be honest, I'm not feeling this, man. So I'm at this, look where I'm at. So in order to get to the other side, I gotta walk on a slippery ass hill right there, or whatever the fuck that is. Basically, let me turn around. Basically, if I walk this way, And then look, that's the pass. That shit is tiny, and it has like mud. Look at this, look at this, look at this. See that? Yeah, that's it. I can't do this shit, man. I'm not trying to die out here today, you know? Like, earlier a wave literally almost caught me back there at the crossing. Like, look at this. So if I miss that crossing, there's a fisherman right there, but then I don't know, he came from somewhere else, man. I don't know, I'm just feeling bad. I'm feeling weird about this. So I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm not gonna do it. So what I'm gonna do is go back up to the gentrified area, man, where people are safe. There it is, there it is, there it is. And now, so I'm right here in gentrified town. Now some security guys gonna kick my ass out of here, right? Oh shit, look at this. Now we're right back, we're up here in this town. It's not a town, but you see, this is a gentrified ass gated community, but I'm glad I found that walk up here. So, whoa, wow, these swells out here, man, are fucking, oh shit. Yo, I can go that way, but this is a private property. Eventually, I'm gonna catch up with some security somewhere that's gonna tell me what's up. But behind it, it seems the road continues. Now, we didn't have to do that craziness of crossing that fucking shit down there, man. That was, I had a bad feeling about it, you know? Man, sometimes you gotta listen, you know? Now, there are massive swells out there. Like, the waves are insane, but nobody's out there. You need to get towed to go out there, you know? Literally. Oh, so shit. So look, this shit continues walking all the way back here. Anyway, I see where this leads. I gotta save the camera. I mean, save the battery. Yeah, so there it is. You can't go any further. So it's rocks all the way down. And literally the houses are right on top of it. And under that, there's no beach. There's no sand. And this is deep as fuck over here. It's not like fucking water that comes out to your knees. So no, this trip on the shoreline all the way to Marina is not doable. So we're gonna go back in, but I'm not going through the rocks. I'm gonna go through the gentrified area. And basically, if I meet the security, just act like I'm lost and I'm a tourist. And do the English thing. Do not let him, don't speak Arabic, which is helpful at times. And then that's it. But before that, I'm gonna sit here and spark up. I ain't gonna lie though, this is a dope ass condominium community on the beach, man. This is some luxury ass shit, bro. No, these apartments are plush. And like, right there, oceanfront. No, they're sick. It's just the style, you know? It's dope as fuck, man. So I got stuck here. I couldn't go back. You know, the security guard said, look, you can't go in the property to exit. I said, man, I can't go back through the beach. Look at those fucking waves. I mean, literally slamming all over the rocks. Like, the way back is filled with fucking risks. And I have this bad feeling about it, you know? And when I do, usually I get slammed on the fucking rocks, man. So I said, nah, man, I can't do that, you know? So, but I got to walk here. This is Jack Beach. It's actually the most luxurious residence in the entire area. I can't think of another one. But then homeboy is coming from the right side now. He's gonna hit me up about the camera. He's gonna hit me up about actually walking here. You know? Hey, how you doing, man? Good, good. No, I was on the beach. I was stuck. The waves were too big. I just want to exit. Okay.
Baby.
Yeah, yeah. No, he told me, the other guy.
Okay.
No worries. Thank you. Yeah. So he hit me up about the. Yeah, hit me about the security. But this guy was really cool. You know what I mean? This guy was really cool. He was like the other one. So. Anyway, this is a dope ass fucking property, man. Let me switch camera. Yeah, we gotta give it justice because it is the most plush spot out here. Like if you're looking for a really like baller ass apartment on the beach, this is your spot. Like amenities included. This is a different fucking planet from the beach shack, from how I'm living. You know what I'm saying? But this is not what I'm trying to do. I actually want to live in a beach shack. That's the whole point of this entire fucking project, is to live on a beach shack. But this place is dope as fuck. Okay, so I got here to Marina. There's plenty of fish. It's gonna be here past sunset, so the supply is no issue. I'm gonna get the sardines to grill for tonight. But I came up on an amazing fucking surf spot. I have never seen it like this. Usually the boats come in right behind me. That's where they park. And then right here behind me is where you fish. You get your fish and then basically they grill it for you. So those are restaurants behind me. And so you get your fish, they grill it for you, and then you just eat and watch the ocean. But today, because there's super high tide, there's about 20-30 surfers out. And it turns out this is a surf spot in itself. I never knew that. Usually it's always low tide and there are just boats here. Never seen surfers, but good to know. Now this is another surf spot when there's super high tide, which it is today. I mean, usually I would walk. So behind me, usually I would walk. There's a bunch of sand and the water's way out there. But today, it's hitting all along the wall. And there are fucking hundreds, if not thousands of birds in the air. It's fucking crazy, man. And there's amazing waves back there, about 30, 40 surfers. Good to know, good to know. So Marina is a really tight spot to surf if it's super high tide. All right. So next up, I'm actually surprised that the battery's still working because my phone, died earlier. But then I'm so glad I got it. So I couldn't walk all the way on the shoreline from the beach shack to Marina. I was stopped by super high tide at one point, and then another point, simply residential buildings. There was literally no way to keep walking except going over people's walls. So I took a detour into plush ass condominium complex, which was the first time I actually went in there. I would not have been allowed had I went in the regular way. And then I went back into the regular road and just walked normally to the Marina. And I'm here now. So I'm gonna find a nice spot to actually spark up a joint, watch the surf for a bit, and then I'm gonna pick up some fish and then take a long ass walk back to the beach shack to grill it and have a tagine, pick up vegetables on the way that's also in the mix, and pick up the grilling thing. So yeah, I'm at Marina. Now I know it's an amazing surf spot. When it's super high tide, I'm gonna come out here. So yeah, this was MJ on the journey back to Silicon Valley. Yeah, so the best moments always happen when you didn't plan them or you didn't actually expect them. And you just come across like sick experiences if you're just willing to go for the ride, you know? Hey, this is dope as fuck right now. I'm sitting on literally on a boat of one of the fishermen over here. And watching the surf. There's amazing waves out there. There's surfers, there's bodyboarders, people with longboards. There's birds everywhere. Sky's kind of gray, bluish. Just a fucking good time, man. Just a fucking good time. I saw this homeboy earlier. He came up to me last week when I found this nook, this beach where there was these 6 kite surfers that had the perfect fucking conditions because there was a storm in the morning, and then in the afternoon they had the perfect winds. They were flying through the water. And I was sitting there enjoying them and then smoking a joint. And then this guy walks up to me and he's all like Rasta looking, right? And then I thought he's either gonna like tell me, yeah, what's up? Like, let's smoke some, or can I smoke some, or something around smoking. Trees, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like, you know what? You should be doing this. You should hide and do this. You shouldn't do this in plain sight. And that really caught me off guard because I'm like, dude, like you're all, and I actually told him, I said, you're all rasta'd out, you know? How come? Just got a bit paranoid. All these people walked up like behind me and shit. So I was like, yeah, but anyway. So I'm like, you're all like Rasta and everything. What's up with that? I said, don't you smoke? See, yeah, I smoke, but I hide, you know? I don't smoke in plain sight. So I don't know what that was about, but we had a cool conversation. He's a local, born and raised here. He said he kite surfs, and right now I saw him with this like international chick or whatever, you know, some tourists from Europe or U.S. or something, and they had surfboards. They just came out of the water. There's 2 of them. So I think he's like hustles with some of the surf schools. But also he had these shoes that were like fisher shoes. So maybe he does the fish hustle and then surfs, and then is associated with the surf school, or like he's a surfing instructor, some type of shit, you know. But he's a cool dude. But anyway, that was an interesting sort of part. But yeah, I'm out here. There's like an unbelievable amount of fucking birds, man. But if you are a bird, this is the place to go. I mean, this place is a fucking buffet every day of fish. Like the boats come in, usually when it's not high tide, and just unload a bunch of fish all over the place, and people come from all over, like far as fuck, to this place to actually pick up fresh fish and have it grilled down there with the restaurants. And then there are you can have a bunch of sides as well, like fries, eggplant, salad, bread. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So you can have those sides, but there's amazing fish out here, like the variety, the quality, and you can get it fresh and grilled, which is exactly what the fuck I'm about to do soon. I'll pick up a kilo of sardines to take back to the beach shack, and like at least a quarter of a kilo of lemons. And then walk to the village, stock up on vegetables, and then a fruit. Some fruit to go with it, At the house, I still got some more onions. I got 1 pepper, and I got enough olive oil to make a bomb ass tagine, which is what I'm gonna do. Now, after I set that shit up, I'm gonna go back again for a run, right? But one of the laces in my shoes is fucked up, so I gotta lace up a different shoe with a different lace, whatever that means, and then go for a run before I hit the food, right? And it's the second workout today. And then get a swim. Not get a swim, go for a swim. And then come back and just tear that fucking sardine and tagine up. And then rewatch the entire footage from the 2 days. Or actually watch a lot of it, because I haven't watched a lot of it. And then pause, reflect, whatever comes along for the night. And then tomorrow I gotta be back at Casablanca at 2 p.m. to work. I got some close-ups, some closes in terms of sales coming up. I want to do 4 before the end of the month. I don't think it's gonna be possible, but at least go for 2. That's gonna give me an additional 1,000 Ds to actually get in my paycheck, you know? And then that's the week that I'm waiting for my last paycheck from my role to hit the US account. I'm gonna transfer it to the Moroccan account. And once that's done, I'm gonna be full time at the beach shack. And once that happens, then we're gonna get this journey started or continued. It's been a long fucking time coming. So yeah, I'm gonna be at the beach full time, and once that happens, it's gonna be MJ on the journey back to Silicon Valley.